this guy knew how to take care of. Like, I mean, he was like the guy you go to. Is like, no, like, dude, trust me. Like the guy who pitched Epstein to Stephen Hawking, like, dude, he's got fucking wheelchair ramp. Like, he's gonna take care of you. Yeah,
dude. It's gonna be great.
like he guys like that really want to be liked, so they're gonna go out of their way. It's like, how do I get Stephen Hawking here? He's like, well, he's not gonna come. It's a bunch of sand. Let's make ramps. Let's make fucking like he'll just. We have the money. Let's just you just make whatever decision you need to make in order to like. It's like, oh,
they made a skate park for him, right? All the ramps.
Oh yeah. He was doing vert ramps for sure.
He was out. He was in the bowl the whole time. That's what he was actually doing there. He was
shredding the gnar,
practicing McTwists. Yeah, so these plastics that they're showing up in the water. What are you laughing about?
Just very natural. I like.
Yeah. So
with the so I don't know.
Plastics that we were talking about.
Yeah, no, they're everywhere. They're all in our lungs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were saying the thing I was reading.
Yeah.
They were saying like, it's in like even like newborn babies have it in their blood. They're like in their like waste. Like
fecal.
1 day old baby. They already have plastic in their fucking. And
I only have steel in my waist, so but I'm not a baby. I'm not a baby. You know, I'm allowed to have this.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I doing gun shit every time?
No, dude.
Well, we found the guns, okay? We found all the guns, and I'm enjoying having them.
No, it's. I'm not even a gun guy by any means, but like when there's a gun around, it's hard.
You want to play with
it. Yeah, it's like you have to admit it's just they're fun. Like especially toy guns. It's like I don't know. I don't like to play with like actual guns, but like a toy gun is like.
It is
so like
it's satisfying. Yeah.
There's no bullets in it.
I do. I cock the like rifle in here all the time, and
you were trying to figure it out.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to. I thought it was like a functioning like airsoft thing, and I would like to. I don't know if it's fun because it's just fun. It's like adult Nerf.
We'll be here again.
That's true.
So we can try and figure this out.
I'll figure it out.
We're back with Shawn Murray today, folks, and it is him.
It is him. He is him.
He is him, dude.
Always.
Always and forever.
That's a great song.
Right? I'm doing a lot of singing, man. I don't know. I do a lot of singing every once in a while.
You know who sings that song?
Each Moment with You.
A band called Heatwave.
Is that Heatwave?
Yep.
Did you know that was Heatwave?
I did not know that was Heatwave.
Have you heard that song?
Yeah, I thought that was
I thought it was one of the Berries.
Yeah, I didn't think it was Barry White, but I thought it was like an individual singer. I didn't think.
Yeah, not a band. Guys. Back with Shawn Murray, Palmer Pod, where we try and figure out who's singing which song.
Just what the heck's going on in this world?
There's a lot going on. There's snow. It's icy.
Yeah.
The weather.
Yeah, I just came back from the Buffalo Bills Stadium.
Yeah, Spencer was there helping them dig out so that they could. And what ended up happening with them?
They smacked the Steelers around.
Okay.
Right. That'd be really. That would suck though if they did all that shoveling, all the volunteers,
and they lost,
and they got their ass kicked.
Oh man,
did you see the stadium? Did you see?
That was nuts. It's crazy. Was I talking about this last time about like in high school, like playing outside in the cold, like how in high school they used to try to get us to play like hyper.
We were talking before we started recording.
We
weren't recording.
I just always think about that whenever it's like you see like icy conditions or whatever, or like rain is, I guess, whatever. But, like, when I was in high school, they used to always be like, oh, you, like, fucking toughen up. Like, go out there. And they'd be like, dog, I'm not even making any money. Like, let alone, like, even, like, practice players are making, like, $800,000 a year. Like, we're making no money. Maybe one of us is going to the NCAA to play football, and none of us is going to the NFL. Like, why? And they're like, dude, I'm, like, 150 now.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, I was, like, 120. Like, it was, like, there's no, like, I shouldn't be out here without, like, any, like, if I had 10 layers on, I still should probably be, like, at least indoors or, like, you know, in a fucking under or something.
Full insulation of some kind. Yeah, some kind of protection for my guy.
Yeah, and it's just like, we're like, oh, and like, I played skill position. Like, I was a wide receiver, so like, oh, no sleeves. Like, no sleeves? Are you fucking insane? Just so we could lose in the fucking playoffs?
You're technically paying them, too. Like, you know, for most, you're paying for some kind of equipment and whatnot. Like,
and the coaches would be like, what, are you soft? And I'd be like, yeah.
A little bit, you know. Like, can we, like, the funny thing is, it's like, if the coaches were out there in T-shirts to, like, in solidarity or something, I'm like, okay, at least there's that. No, you're wearing a jacket, but I can't. Like, it's nuts.
Yeah, and they're, like, I don't know. It's that psychology, and that never worked on me because I was just like, I am, and this is actually making me want to play less.
You're like, yo, are you
Because
soft?
now you're
like,
hurting my feelings.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I feel bad about myself more than I did
Right.
before I started practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm cold and discouraged. Like,
Right.
It's not.
One
not the
time,
combo.
I was JV game. We were playing in Sonia, and I dislocated my pinky.
During
Right?
the game?
During
What
the
quarter?
game.
What quarter?
I don't remember.
All right,
But
fine.
I dislocated my pinky, and they had like an athletic trainer there, and they're trying to yank it like back in the play. They couldn't do it. Like it was like
Oh, that's even worse.
they were just fucking hitting it hard. And
First drive, second drive, third.
literally, and I'm on the side, I'm freaking out, and it's like weird to see your pinky go another way. It's just very strange. I'd never seen my pinky go that way,
Yeah, your
and I was
pinky
like,
goes both ways
I was
now.
upset. I was like frazzled, so they had to take me to the hospital. They had to
No,
do-
I think I remember this.
I had to have like a PA, a physician's assistant, do it, and so they popped it back into place, and it was like, all right. So I was back for like the varsity game, and they're like, all right, you're gonna like suit up for the game, and I was like, okay, but I was like, I don't really want to go in. Like it hurts. I'm frazzled. I'm already anxious. I have undiagnosed generalized anxiety disorder. Like I don't know that, but I have it. You know.
right.
I'll diagnose you right now. You're diagnosed now.
I'm fully diagnosed.
Yeah, but at the time, it was just like
Yeah,
it was in the back of your head, like there's got to be something.
I'm just a nervous kid. They're like, oh, I'm like, no, like I was like, I need medication. Anyways, so they go into the game, and I go, no.
Did they call you the P word?
Yes.
Of course they did.
Yeah.
Dude. Every
No,
coach.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So they call
The
me.
only move. Like,
They
they don't
did.
even have like. There's never been a coach who's like you know how like they always talk about like with coaching you gotta have like you gotta know like every player is coached differently.
Yes.
But like high school coaches don't get that. They coach everybody exactly the same, which is like you're a P or you're not.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like a
Right,
very
right.
sharp line.
Everyone around you,
Yeah.
everyone's a pussy.
Yeah.
But for some kids on my team, they were just like athletes, like they want that shit. They want to be like, I'm not,
E-man level.
I'm not
So
that, dude.
I mean, I guess it is effective on high school
Certain kids.
kids, you know, for sure. It's like at a certain, like when you're an adult, you're like, I don't care if you think I'm a pussy coach. You haven't taken the field in 30 years, like
Right.
wherever possibly. A lot of coaches don't play. So
Right.
it's like, yeah, I don't give a fuck. But as a kid, you're like, I don't want to be a pussy. Everyone heard you say that.
Right.
Yeah.
But like that never, because I always like hated myself always. You know what I'm saying? So when they said it to me, they're like,
Yeah,
damn, I
let's
am a.
get this,
No,
dude.
for
Let's
real.
get into
It's
this.
not funny, but it's true.
Let's do this now, brother.
No, but
So this is actually Shawn Murray.
I can't even tell the rest of the story. I want to tell the rest of the story so bad.
Why
I don't know
can't
if
you
I
tell it?
can, you know.
You could tell it.
Well, but it's with JP. It's with Dad. Dad is a player in this story.
Does he get in a fight of sorts with a coach, perhaps?
Sort of.
Oh boy.
Well, let's do the G-rated version of the story.
Yeah. How bad was the fight?
It wasn't.
Yeah.
So what happened was.
Oh, it was verbal.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah,
It was
yeah.
verbal. Well, I wasn't there. I missed it. So what happened was I
Yeah,
told
let's
Dad.
hear it.
I said, Dad, this happened to me. It didn't make me feel good. I feel bad.
Did Dad have one of these?
He didn't have one of those. He
Holding
didn't.
up a gun.
Probably didn't need one of those. He goes,
so.
all right. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go down there tomorrow morning. So it was on a Friday. We had Saturday practice. We're gonna
remember
go down there on Saturday morning together. We're gonna have a conversation with the coach. I go, great. That seems like it would be effective. Saturday morning, I'm waiting for him to pick me up. He didn't pick me up. Call him. No answer. All right. So I walk to practice. Everyone is down in the locker room going, oh, yo, your dad was just here.
Oh.
Like, your dad was just here, and it was wild. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, so apparently he went in. He didn't want me to be around.
He went on his own,
He had stayed up all night
drinking.
doing his thing, getting ready.
Doesn't drink anymore for about 16, 17 years.
Might have to cut this, but it's wild. So he apparently, like, threatened to kill the coaches.
We'll just call him. That's his name,
dog.
dude. That's his name.
Yes, and
All right, we'll bleep his name.
yes. Like from then on, like shit was sweet. Like I could do whatever. Whisper it into the mic. Like I could do whatever I wanted after that. Like I'd be like, Coach, I don't feel good. I'm gonna fucking sit this drill out. He'd be like,
Yeah.
all right, that's fine. No problem.
Right.
Coach,
That's
I need
awesome,
six.
yeah.
I need 6 threes a game.
Yeah, right.
My number is going to be called.
I'm calling my own play right fucking now, dude.
This is Sean's episode, and you're making it all about you and Dad
I love
being a
that.
wild
Oh,
dude.
I'm sorry. I just thought I should.
No,
No, you should. I'm kidding with you.
Oh,
dude.
okay.
I'm
all
kidding.
relevant.
Sorry.
that's a great story because I feel like most like you get called or like you know whatever by coaches enough like so often that like I feel like it's so rarely reported home.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think if people knew the results that could be gained
Right.
Like I think more players would be like, yeah, I'm telling my
This
Yeah.
could be a learning
And then your
experience.
dad can stay up all night doing blow and drinking.
Here's the
and then
thing.
show up the next day.
100%. And I kind of knew like what I was doing to an
Yeah,
extent.
because
I
the
knew
coach was-
I knew who I was telling.
Oh, hell yeah.
I knew that I was letting this particular gentleman know at this point in his life who was maybe
a little unhinged at that time. All right, so it's fine to talk about JP in this manner because he was unhinged at that time and he lives differently now.
I know, but it's one of my favorite.
I
like,
remember that story, dude.
It was wild.
No, it is fun when you're a kid and you know you can weaponize like your parent in that way where it's like, I'm just saying, coach might have called me.
What?
Like, I mean, just put it out there and it's like, let it, you know what I mean? Wipe your hands in the situation.
It's not like snitching against on your friends or something. I
Yeah.
think it's a little like I'm more of a stop snitching kind of guy.
For sure. I think everyone.
I've always,
If that
he's like,
that's
I've always known that about you.
Yeah, I don't like that.
but if that story were to happen today,
Yeah.
JP would be like a hero. You know what I mean? Like
course.
that's the expected outcome of something like that. today.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe not the yelling and screaming, but coach can't say that.
I'm trying to use that to my advantage. I've suffered through his unhingedness. Now it's time to flip it.
Yeah.
Now it's
Somebody
time to
else's
unleash that unhingedness
Yeah.
on what I perceive as like.
Hurt people, man.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. son.
Sorry to,
Anyways, that's my intro story about JP.
That's funny, dude. I don't know if we got to keep some of it.
Keep some of it. We'll bleep some of it.
It's a keep and bleep.
It's a keep
I'll
and
go
bleep.
through it. I'll go keep,
it's a classic, Cleve.
bleep.
Keep and bleep.
So, man, thank you for coming back, man.
Yeah, I'm psyched.
How was your day?
It was lame
Yeah.
one day,
Yeah.
but now it's not, you know?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
the thing. We do like a weekly check-in every week, and it's like, "How was your week?" And it's just like, "It was all right." Like
Yeah.
every week, I'm just like, "I don't know." Just
Yeah.
straight.
Well, you guys are employed, right?
Correct.
Okay.
I'm
must be
employed.
tough.
You're employed. All right.
I'm
You
employed.
guys are employed. Well, that's good. I'm just doing a quick poll,
Gainfully.
and that's all. Yeah. I mean, we have to work to live. So,
You're employed.
am I employed?
Just to round it
Just
out.
I just want to be,
I think only three.
Yeah.
Four.
Wait. So you said what?
Yes, employed.
You were a yes or a no?
Gainfully employed, yes.
Gainfully.
Yeah. Gainfully.
I like
Employed.
Okay.
And of course, we don't even have to ask.
that. Yeah, we
You
don't,
don't even have to ask me. So yeah, let's just not
Yeah.
and say we did.
Won't.
One of those classic.
I know you are, but what am I?
I know. See, I know you are, but
That,
what am
that
I?
shit worked 10 times out of 10 when you were a
I
kid.
know you are, but what am I? I mean, yeah, you start with that, and then you start whispering things in your dad's ear and say, "Go get him,
Go get him.
Yeah.
go get him."
Fuck got him
I
on
know
a
you
leash.
are, but
like
what am
fucking-
I? That's level 1.
He was talking about you.
He was,
Yeah.
yeah, that guy over there.
Yeah.
He called you out.
He actually called you that.
He said,
Yeah.
he said you're broke.
He said,
He called me a pussy. He said I come from a lineage.
yeah, a long line. So like that's you, your father,
Mm-hmm.
his father too.
Remember how hard they worked to make
Yeah.
it? In this, yeah.
You should probably have a talk with this guy.
Just saying.
Chairs.
Just a quick little.
And I'm sure he'll be all ears. Like he's the guy. He's a talkative guy. So he'd want to chat with you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
From what I know, JP was a hooper back in the day too.
Oh, he was in. So yeah, he took. So there's a video of him,
1974, baby.
1974, wearing the shortest shorts like one that a man could wear at 6'5".
Yeah.
And there was a time where they took that school. I won't even say the name of the school. They took that school to the
WU.
Yeah, yeah.
The U.
the U.
U.
But they took that school to the championship, and then like later on, when like after we both graduated, was the next time that they came. So it was like 70s, and then
They
it was
came.
like
Pause.
came to the championship.
They came to the championship. They didn't go. They
Yeah,
came.
they were visit. Like they just like it was like a big team trip. It's like let's just see what real
Let's check it out.
champions are like. You know, like what high level basketball.
Just sit in the
is.
stands. Go.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yep, and no one had done that since the 70s.
No one.
Since they lost in the championship in the 70s, they were like, you know what? No player is allowed to go. And finally, they broke the curse. They all went and checked it out. But anyways, he was in the locker room because they actually did go and play. And JP was in the locker room, like giving them a pep talk. He was like, "I was here before, boys." You know, he did one of those, like, and here you are
He likes
now.
to insert it.
Oh yeah,
He likes
Dude,
to
he
get in
made
the
it-
mix, dude.
He made his way into that locker room. He was not like this was
No
not
one
a
asked him-
planned thing.
No one asked
No one
him.
said, "Hey, JP, come on in here." No one said that. He
said,
made
this
his
is
way.
what the boys
He
need. They
knew
need
that
me.
he knew what they needed. He saw the moment presented. so
Regardless
he's like,
if they asked him for his help or not.
Yeah, he's
Yep.
like, yo, if I don't step up, who will? You know what I mean? I'm the only guy who has the experience.
Exactly.
you know what I mean?
Selfless.
He kind of came up from under the ground, if you will,
Oof.
just like
Transition game.
Oh, that's
just
pretty good.
like in New York City, in the synagogue, what's going on with these tunnels, baby?
Listen, if building tunnels underneath the synagogue or any place of worship is illegal, fucking lock me up, dude.
I don't want to be right. I don't wanna be
Wait, yeah,
illegal.
I don't want to be right. I'm gonna lock you up for that. Why? You're digging tunnels?
I don't know. I'm not trying to incriminate myself right now, but yeah,
Well, you just incriminated someone else, perhaps.
maybe.
Maybe it was a threat.
Yeah, but there's tunnels being dug.
Statute of limitations.
I love the tunnels. I love it. Like I love it on multiple levels. I love it like they were like going against the zoning board. Like fuck, you know what I mean? I'm not waiting to get approved. You know, we're doing it our way. You know what I mean? Also, it's just like that's what you expect of New York City. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you expect there to be like this entire underground like world, and it's like obviously there's the subway, and then there's like just old subway stations that are no longer functional that
Yeah.
people live down there
For sure.
But
Yeah.
there's also like additional tunnels. Like I like this set that it's like even more off the grid,
Even
You know
more
what I mean?
tunnels.
Off the grid shit.
Yeah, right. This is some newer shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That we hadn't heard of. Like, yes, I knew there might be people like the mole people, quote unquote.
Sure.
The people who are like without housing that might be down there have made
find,
their
like-
own housing without paying for it, let's say in the tunnels. Like we
spots
know
that are
about I didn't know. I've never heard anything about this, and then all you see is some guy
It's a tough look.
popping up.
It's kinda tough.
Through the ground.
Like-
Should we watch it real quick?
Absolutely.
Yeah, throw it on.
Yeah.
You want to hit it? I mean,
See ya.
here's the thing. It's the scurrying after.
Yeah.
The scurrying is oof.
So we should kind of give some background though on like exactly what happened here. So as like we're watching this video,
Yeah.
maybe pause the video.
So this guy's coming out. He wants to go into I think the tunnel. This guy. I think that's what these guys are talking about.
Yeah. The Chabad tunnels. Yeah.
This is where the guy pops out.
What they were saying on the screen, that's what I love about the tunnels most, is that like it wasn't even like truly any nefarious. They literally did it so they could expand the church.
They
Like,
just
that's
wanted to go down there and pray
amazing.
more.
Like, I mean, like, that's like they could have did it for so many like
Sinister,
scuzzy reasons, and they were like, no, we wanted like a larger place to worship. Like I think that's beautiful.
Right. They're not bringing drugs through. They're not doing anything nefarious.
They're not doing anything cool. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like I like nefarious. Like they're not. Yes, they're definitely not doing anything bad. They're not really doing anything like quote unquote, but cool to them.
I think
Like
it
who
would
am
be,
I to say, man?
I also love
True.
the having the little newspaper thing over the grate. Like
Right.
that was the hype.
Yeah.
Like, I always love that, and like in movies and shit where it's
Yep.
like, oh, this thing is hiding in plain sight. It's like you dial the right number on a payphone, and then suddenly
Yep.
it's a fucking console or
the
whatever.
bookcase
Yep.
open
Yeah,
up.
yeah, it slides to the right, and it's like,
Shit's self-destructing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it'd be cool if they had like a man cave. They were just PS5s down there
like
and
a-
shit.
I like
and
a-
like Bud Light.
Yeah.
Things they weren't allowed
No,
to
there was
have.
a
Image of them.
Modelo, yo. I saw an empty Modelo bottle. Like they were definitely having a
Might have
couple
just been
beers
litter.
down there.
That-
That
yeah,
could be
it's litter.
littering, right? Yeah, there was one bottle. I'm like, yeah, they were partying.
Yeah.
They were
No, it
having
is.
a party.
It is like I do. On one level, it's like it's commendable that the reasons they were down there, but also like you said, I do wish they were doing some cooler shit. Like
Yeah.
dude, like just like a hangout. Like I love when people take like abandoned spaces and turn it into like a hangout or whatever. Like
Yeah.
in any movie from like the 80s or like early 90s where it's like teens in it's like we turned this into a fucking
Like the I feel like the Goonies have like a hideout or some shit.
They definitely had the makings. I don't remember them actually in a hideout. Data had all those.
Yeah,
There was
yeah,
something
yeah.
about the goddamn Goonies, bro. That shit comes up almost every episode.
I'm sorry. I don't know. That's my bad.
Spencer's usually gooning his way through these episodes, so.
and it's obviously Ninja Turtles. were-
Ninja Turtles, yeah.
But they were like in the legit sewers. They didn't
Yeah.
have like their own
Yeah.
carved out thing.
Yeah, they didn't make like a fort. Like, yo, the Berenstain Bears or the Berenstain Bears or however the hell you want to say it,
Yeah.
depending on if you believe Nelson Mandela
The
died in prison or not.
Mandela effect, yeah.
They had like a hideout. I had one of those books that had a hideout and it had like a little piece of wood, like that classic piece of wood that said like "keep out" on it. And,
Yeah.
like one of the E's is spelled backwards.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Like that. I always wanted to do that myself.
Yeah.
And have that exact type of like.
No, a hideout
Hideout.
is the coolest thing. Like
Yeah.
even to this, like I'm 30, even still, I'm like, I can't justify a hideout at this age, but I would if I could have one, I still would. Like,
Right.
it's like I need to like get home to my family or whatever, so I shouldn't be at a hideout. But if I could have one, that would be great.
Yeah,
It's like
if you were like 16, 17, can you imagine having just like a hideout that no one knew about? You would be the man.
Well, that's what again points to them because it's like no one's ever like accused Hasidic Jews of being cool.
Never.
But until now.
Certainly
It's like,
never.
Yeah, now it's like okay, they got fucking tunnels. Hell yeah.
Right.
Like people are like upset about it. I love it. I want more tunnels. I want like especially because people always say like New York is dead. Like this is like it's still here, baby. Like we're
It's just
fucking
underground.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
the
yeah.
90s. We're back to the
Yeah, they're
90s,
still
baby.
doing
We're
shit.
pre 9/11 New York. We're building fucking tunnels.
Like we live in such a like a
Yeah.
corporate world where like you don't think shit like that could even possibly exist. There's so much government oversight, and you're like, nah, dude, we're knocking down walls to expand the synagogue basement.
Yeah, if there's one community that could do it though, because like they're so like insular. Like no one like they're like they have their own school system. They have their own police system. They have their own like ambulances and shit. Like no one's going around and checking for tunnels.
Well, so I talked to my boy who's Jewish, and I was like, "What's up, man?
What's up? This
What's
is
happening
fucked up,
with
dude."
this shit?" And he said, "Listen, they just don't want to deal with like Gentiles, bro.
They don't.
They don't want to deal with like the regular people. So they're like, I'm just gonna duck you,
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna go underground. Like I don't have to. If I can go from my house or like a different area where I could just like duck." You know,
Yeah.
it's like turn off into the shadows, go down a hole, and then pop up in my place of worship. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I'm also just the other thing is I'm just kind of disappointed that it's not more expansive. Like I wish they like had like you remember that commercial? It was like an Acura commercial, Super Bowl commercial, like probably 10, 12 years ago, where it was like Jerry Seinfeld was like it was like zip line. He's like, oh, when you're rich, you get we get zip line. Or, it might have been
yes.
American Express, but it was like there was like zip lines. He's like, oh, rich people we use zip line. Yeah, I wish there was like that, where it's like, no, there's another tunnel. Like we have, like if they had their own subway, dude, like a secret subway, that shit would be fucking amazing.
That'd be so sick. Like the Jewish secret.
I'd be
subway.
hyped for them, dude.
Yeah.
That you did that. Like it's like you did that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. Like how
Well-
are you gonna be upset with them? They did it right under your nose, NYPD.
yeah.
I'm literally proud of them
Get mad.
right now because like think about how hard that is. If someone told me I had to dig a tunnel system, like and for it to be like a reason that I don't care about, because I obviously like you know what I mean. I'm not trying to. I don't pray that much, but like
Not in a religious
that's
sense.
what I'm saying. Like
yeah, right.
if someone put a gun in my head and said you need to build a fucking tunnel system right now, I would be so fucked. How do you build it? How do you start digging?
No,
Like,
yeah,
you
the
start
Shovel,
digging?
a shovel, 5-gallon buckets.
The patient,
saying.
like you know, like Shawshank Redemption or like Great Escape, where like
One
they're going
pocket
out
at a
into the
time.
yard and they're just dumping a little bit of like.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I would do that for like
That day.
3 days, and then I'm like, all right, we're not getting anywhere.
this
Like,
fucking-
it's-
So much
it's-
work.
dude, it would take so much. You know what I mean? Like it would. Oh my
Like
god.
where is all that? Where is all that dirt?
Like I would lose faith so like that I would ever actually make any progress. So I guess you just got to treat it like just a day at a time sort of thing. But
There you go.
I mean, and also like they're not even in prison. Like at least if you're in prison,
Right.
There's the like I gotta get out of here like
Yeah.
motivation. Where it's like they're free and they were like, nah, we gotta. I'm
Right.
dedicated to these tunnels. Yeah.
Right. If there was like a tunnel,
respect that.
someone told me that you dig a tunnel. There's like the hottest chick on the planet. You get to fuck her. Like but you have to build a tunnel. Even then, I would be like, I'm probably not. Like,
Yeah.
and that would be a great
I'll
reward.
take the second hottest.
Yeah,
or the
can't she
third.
Can't she just come here? Like, yeah.
Right, what the fuck?
Is she like
Right.
trapped in a like a chamber? Because at that,
Yes.
I probably won't make it there in time anyway. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah,
Or
just gonna die.
or you only gonna put her there once I get the tunnel made? Because at that point, it's like this is kind of just like labor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that you were like fucking
For the sake
getting
of
out
labor.
of it. Yeah.
This is like Super Mario Brothers. In those
Ugh.
underground tunnels going for the princess.
Oh yeah. Oh shit.
Right? I'm still not. No, I'm not doing it.
Sure.
I would do that game, but I didn't even care about the princess. It was just I
You
just
think-
wanted to win.
When they
Yeah,
went,
at least those tunnels were already made.
Yeah,
Right.
you didn't have to dig them. They
Yeah.
were already there. Fine. Yeah.
do you think when they went down the tunnels, they did the Mario music to themselves? Du-du-du-du-du.
What the
At
Chabad?
least the
Chabad was
first,
doing that.
at least the
did it,
first
yeah.
few times. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Just to have
Then it
fun.
got older, like, all right, dude, knock it off.
When it starts speeding up, yo, as they've been working for months, like obviously the time's starting to run out. It's like,
Or like as they're getting closer to like maybe they're digging a tunnel and it's getting close to like a building on the other side where it's like they might get found out. Like you know, like
Right,
when you're like at the end of a like you like one life left and it's just like so tense where it's
Right.
like And
You're small. You're not
Yeah, and
you don't
it's-
have
it's like-
flower
It's
power.
like 10,000 Goombas, and it's just
Yep.
like it's just, it must feel like that, where you're getting towards the end of the tunnel. It's like
yeah. And then there's like you got neighbors. Yeah.
Yeah.
People next door.
Like either you're about to lose the women's part of the synagogue's going to fall through the floor, and that's basically the same thing as having one life in Mario.
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah, also traditionally when you hear somebody was digging a tunnel, it's like we got the tunnel from the girls' bathroom to the boys' locker room to the girl. Like no, they did it for Yahweh.
They
dude.
did it to get closer to Yahweh.
They
You're
did,
damn right
dude.
they did.
And have it Yahweh. Just like that time I went to Burger King and they were closed, and I'm still not telling that story.
Tonight's not the night.
Tonight's not the night.
Bummer.
But would you say bummer?
Said bummer.
I thought you said plumber.
Well, we're talking Mario.
Hello. No, never mind.
Don't
I
call.
thought the phone was ringing. That's my fault.
Yeah.
No,
I'm
it
here.
wasn't.
I'm
It wasn't.
hearing-
But I know
I'm
why you
hearing
thought
shit.
it was, but it wasn't.
Yo, but here's the thing, right? You said when you get older, you have your family, and you don't need a hideout, or you would feel kind of guilty for having a hideout. But everyone still wants a secret hideout, because I think I said close to 40 years old. I still want a secret hideout, but I'm not married and I don't have kids. So it just dawned on me that the reason that a lot of guys have two families and they keep one secret is it's kind of like a secret hideout.
It is.
Like,
Yeah,
that's
dude.
their way.
It's their
Yeah.
clubhouse.
It's a
Yeah, it is. It is a clubhouse. Yeah, and it's like when you have a second family, like they're always psyched to see you. You know what I mean?
right.
Like
You're like Santa Claus. Bro.
yeah, like it's like it's always like, oh, we're going to Six Flags this weekend. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, they're psyched. We're
Guess who's got Burger or whatever the fuck.
Whatever
You know what I
you
mean?
show up with.
Yeah,
Actually,
dude.
Popeyes?
kinda just-
Yeah.
I love that chicken from Popeyes. It's good.
No,
I like Chick-fil-A.
Absolutely.
Chick-fil-A or Popeyes?
which one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go Popeyes.
Okay.
Because they have like more of an array of chicken. They're like
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A is just only the chicken sandwiches,
Yeah.
which are good.
Yeah.
Also, the Popeyes chicken sandwich when it first dropped, whew, I mean, what a time.
What a
man.
time to be alive
Special.
indeed. That picture of the lady who was like,
What year did it drop?
That was 2020.
Was it pre-
2019?
was it pre-pandemic?
It's like right before the
They
pandemic.
didn't
I feel
have a
like.
chicken sandwich before 2019?
They had chicken. They had chicken
But
sandwich.
they didn't have a chicken sandwich. That's interesting. I didn't know that.
It was It was either 2019 or 2020 because I remember the job I was working after they dropped the chicken sandwich and then it was like a shortage.
Yes.
But then I remember I used to work for this company Cintas, and I remember that one time it was like in Wallingford or something. There was a Popeyes that just had everywhere else just had the chicken sandwich, but I guess like nobody in Wallingford went to Popeyes, so he's like, we just have them. So I was like, oh, I remember like sending. In my group chat with my friends, I just sent them a picture like I got the fucking sandwich. Like
Yeah,
like,
right,
what's up?
right.
Like, if y'all even know where to get them at, like I can,
Right,
yeah, the plug for
Right. Nice,
Want
dude.
spicy, not spicy? What's up?
Right.
that shit was special.
You had him in your like trench coat. You
yeah, I was
opened
like,
it up and
I was
you
like
lined
fucking
up.
what's his name from Recess? It was just
Oh yeah, he had all the goodies.
Yeah, all the fixins.
See, that's truly tragic though for the poor, like people who had to work and be like, it's a normal day at Popeyes. Probably pretty busy. You probably
Right,
get a
right.
good amount of people, but then on like chicken sandwich awakening time,
Yeah.
yeah, because there's no warning. Because I remember I used to work at a movie theater, and it was like during
What's his name? Recess.
the hustler kid.
Yeah,
His
yeah.
name- His name in the
kid.
show is called
Hustler Kid. That's his name.
That's kind of tight.
Yeah.
That's sick.
That
That's
dude
a good.
ruled.
That's
Yeah,
a good name.
he used to have like fucking watches and shit.
Yeah.
But like what was I saying?
Oh, you.
Oh, I used to work
yeah.
I used to work at a movie theater, and it's like when a Star Wars movie dropped, certain Marvel movies and shit. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
you like we we would
You can prepare.
add the staff,
Yeah.
more
Yeah,
staff, and like we
right.
would expect it. But I remember one time, it was Valentine's Day 2016. I don't know if it was Deadpool 1 or Deadpool 2 came out, but I used to work at the movie theater in Milford, but there's one in North Haven.
AMC.
Yeah, the Cinemark.
Yeah.
And but the one in North Haven, it was like a snowstorm that weekend, so their pipes burst. So then we had everyone from North Haven, and
one
Deadpool
by,
came out. It was
yeah,
it was
Chick-fil-A.
nuts, dude. Like when I used to work there at the register, they'd be like, you cannot eat behind the register or whatever. Like it was so busy.
You were
Like our
eating.
managers were bringing us like we didn't have any time to stop. Like they were like bringing us like just eat it while you're like it doesn't matter. We don't
What
care.
was the movie? What was the movie? I missed it.
It was
Interesting. That is Deadpool on Valentine's.
Deadpool
Day.
came out.
One of the Deadpool. Oh yeah.
And I'm sure there was a couple other movies out at the time too, but it was
Sure.
like just that day specifically. It was just
Right.
like, and we didn't expect it at all, so we weren't like prepared for it. That's how it must have been when the fucking chicken sandwich out. They're like, oh, this will be cool, a new product.
Yeah, and those are the days that people just do like a mass exodus from their job. They're like, I don't need this shit. I can go work somewhere else. Like, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
There was a football. What happened?
Just real quick. So hold that thought. We're
Oh,
gonna
okay.
jump back in. Mr. B, can you use the AI to bring up? Just type in chicken sandwich dressed as Deadpool in a underground New York City tunnel.
I don't know if that's gonna play or
We're
work.
gonna give that a shot. Well, he's gonna just do that in the background while that's happening.
Pretty complex, but
Yeah.
Dude, I typed in the notorious PIG earlier, as you could see.
Oh, look at that.
that's right.
He didn't put them together. He didn't make them one person. I think if I would have said like as one person, I think it could have worked.
One time I did Lionel Richie as the Terminator, and it went crazy.
Yeah.
It was really good. That was the best one. I don't know. It was like when it first dropped.
Put in mad descriptors and then hit generate when you're ready. Yo, Lionel Richie as what? A lion?
No, the Terminator.
The Terminator. That's good.
Oh, you
You
fucking.
don't have enough tokens,
You
dude.
don't have enough tokens.
I don't have enough tokens.
It's like some Magic the Gathering.
You don't have enough tokens.
Nope, we're moving on from
Anyways,
this.
All right.
Anyway,
forget it.
I was gonna
My-
say there was a
my
football
fault.
player who quit at halftime one time. Like he was like an older football player. He was on the Buffalo Bills. I can't remember his
Oh,
name.
as a professional.
Oh
football
yeah,
player,
it was like
yeah.
it was like week 2, week 3.
Yep.
It was like halftime. They were getting their ass kicked. He was like, I don't need this shit. Like
No,
I'm
yeah.
quitting.
I think it was LaShawn McCoy was telling that story on a podcast one time. He's like,
Because he was on the Bills. Yeah.
he came up to me. He was just like, yeah, I'm done, young blood. And he was like, what you? He's like,
older dude.
yeah, he's like,
Yeah,
he said he had like a high voice like this. He's like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
done, young blood. And he's like, like after the season, you done? He's like, nah, I'm done. He's like,
right
after
now.
the game, he's like, no, I'm done. He's just like he just left at halftime. He's like, I'm no longer playing in the NFL.
It's one of my favorite.
And he's
stories.
making millions of dollars.
Yeah.
So guess what? If you're making less than $20 an hour, you might on a day like that, you might want to be out.
Yeah, we actually, I in retrospect, we should have held out. Like we should have fucking at the day at the movie theater.
movies?
Yeah, we should have fucking like demanded better pay or
What better
whatever.
time to
Yeah.
Or a
strike. That's-
bonus or something. Like hit us with something because like guess what? If we leave, here's the thing. You're fucked.
Yeah, that shit was. It was also like this is like
That was
the-
Vontae Davis?
It was Vontae
Vontae
Davis, who quit.
yeah. He was like a linebacker.
I almost
or
said
some shit.
Vontez perfect, but I was like, no,
that was the motherfucker who hurts people.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, I know it wasn't him.
That's who did Antonio. That's why Antonio Brown is the way he is now. It's pretty much because Vontez perfect.
That
You used to
shit-
just headhunt him.
Yeah, dude.
Antonio, UAB. He's
Antonio Brown?
He's like
yeah, I do.
He's,
yes.
he's cooked
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
allegedly. I
It's
don't know.
tough.
Yeah, it's sad.
Is that where we want to go? Is that
No,
where we're
no,
heading?
no. We can just keep moving.
I don't think anyone needs to go there.
No more. Yeah, we don't need to talk about AB.
All right, so I'm just trying to tell him like I'm Soulja Boy
Oh my God,
at this point. Are we done with the
Transitions.
tunnels? There's what's going on.
that's perfect. I think we did great.
Yeah, we love the tunnels.
We covered it. We
Yeah,
covered it.
It's been covered.
We covered
so-
it like the NYPD covered the entrance to the tunnels.
Right.
Filled 'em up.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Concrete, a lot of
There was-
cement,
yes.
cover them up, they're done.
That is a concrete way to end that segment.
Perfect.
Wow, look at this guy.
You're showing off now at this point.
I don't think so. I don't
Regular
think so.
poet on the mic.
I'm just doing the best that I can, pal. So who's leading us in on the Soulja Boy?
I mean, I could bring it up. I mean, I don't know. It's Soulja Boy and Blueface, and apparently they have some sort of beef, right?
Yep.
And I don't know. It was just a funny tweet that I saw. It's not. It's just a wild quote from Soulja Boy. He said,
Don't discount this because I like this.
"Oh yeah,
You're
no,
like, oh, you're being humble. You know what? Don't be humble.
you're
Don't be
right.
humble here.
You know what? It's the best quote of all time, and this
And
is-
you found it. And you're the only person that knew about this.
No, it was not.
Is what I think. Sean, you never heard of this, right?
I actually I did hear
Yeah,
it.
no, you did.
Yeah.
Fuck. All right, no, you're right. Go ahead.
So yeah, I don't know where the clip was pulled from, but the quote is from Soulja Boy to Blueface. Let's die. Let's meet up and die. Let's die. ASAP. ASAP. Let's meet right now. Wherever you see this live, DM me the addy. Let's shoot. Oh God, let's shoot it up. Let's shoot it out. So, Soulja Boy,
Let's shoot it up and out.
shoot it up and out.
So you're gonna do a little heroin first to kind of ease your.
Well,
Right?
yeah, because you're about to.
You're gonna die.
Yeah, you want to be as relaxed as possible.
Yeah, you might
going into that
go out
situation.
High
getting
tense
that
situation.
Euphoria.
Not while you're shooting. Anyways. But yeah, no, it's one of the craziest quotes of all time. It's from someone who has a laundry list of wild quotes. It's just
Soulja Boy.
He's he's ready to die. He's not fucking around.
That's
He's
what
not.
I love about the quote is that it's not like, oh, send me your address and I'm gonna come kill you. Like no, like we both are likely to die in this situation, and I'm okay with that. You know what I mean?
likely,
Like
yeah.
he said, let's die. There was
ASAP.
How many times?
One,
3
2,
sentences, and he
3.
said it 3 times. You know what I mean? Like
Times.
yeah, like
In
it's
every sentence
yeah.
he said it.
Let's die. Let's
was-
meet up and die. Let's die.
Let's die.
No, let's fucking die. Let's die.
And then it's not when right now, as soon as possible.
ASAP.
Crazy quote.
Like let us. Like let us. It's not let you.
No, it's not let you die. I'm not. I'm going to kill you. It's that I might get hit in this situation as well, but that's okay.
No, that's the level of crazy you gotta give off where it's like, no, I don't care if I die. You know what I mean? Yeah. Which is like, I think it's the move of somebody who does not want to die. But you do that to like, it's like, oh, if this guy's crazy, maybe I'm not gonna go shoot it out with Soulja Boy. He's too crazy. He's willing to die as well. You know what I mean?
I think you're right because there's a Hey Arnold episode.
Don't hit me, I'll hit me.
Don't hit me, I'll hit me.
I was thinking that the whole time.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And that's what he does. He psychs out. I forget who the bully is, but
Is it the girl? Because the girl bullied him, right?
No, I think it was
the dude, like the bigger dude,
chubby kid who had like the
the big cheeks.
The
but
hat.
he was like, "Don't hit me, I'll hit me. I'm crazy." And so he would, and then that stopped the fight because Arnold was hitting himself.
Yeah, it's like the Eminem, like I am white, I am a fucking bum.
Yeah, it's the fucking, it's the B-Rabbit. Yeah, you fucking like take away their power. I'll shoot you, then shoot myself. I'll shoot myself first. So yeah, you don't even get the satisfaction of shooting me.
Cheddar Bob shot himself with his own gun.
Yeah, I did get jumped.
What's that?
I did get jumped.
Yeah.
By all six of you. What?
Pumps.
Pumps? Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
But it's a great tactic. It's a great tactic into Blueface. He sees that and he goes, "Oh, I don't want to die. This guy wants to die."
What's happened? What's the update on this?
They're still both.
They're still alive.
They're kicking.
alive.
Yeah.
Both alive. Meet up or no?
Apparently he did not DM him the Addy. Apparently.
Did he hit him back and say, "Where's the Addy"?
I don't
no,
think
because
so.
Soulja Boy did it.
Yeah, I don't think Blueface was willing to die.
Yeah. They're at two different points in their career.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
It is funny though. I mean, this has been covered a million times in reference to Soulja Boy, but like who he started out as and then who he is now, or like if 2006 Soulja Boy was saying let's die, let's meet up and die, he's like what's going on, brother? Like what? You know what I mean? But now it's just like it's all the like big Draco shit that's happened over time. And like remember that story? He's like telling the story of the shootout he got it. Yeah.
I was just watching that clip today.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's talking about how like four dudes ran
He
up
took
in
the
his
mask
studio.
off and it was
Was he on a podcast or something?
On
just
DJ
like-
Vlad.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
It's
All
like
right.
the most, and the thing is, it didn't happen, but
fucking
but
way.
it may very well have happened. But it just didn't sound believable. Like I know people, I know people who tell stories sometimes that I witnessed, and I'm like, the way you tell it just doesn't sound real, man. Like it just like because also there's always like the level of embellishment where it's like something like that may have happened, but it's not at all close to how you described it.
Yeah, not to that extent.
Right. Yeah.
There wasn't like 4 or 5 guys and then you didn't murder one in cold blood. You might have maybe you shot at him and like deterred them.
Yeah,
from entering his own
scared him
side.
off.
Right. But this, he says he shot him and he shot him again and then he takes his mask off.
And it was his friend, and he was like, you know, like he like gave him a speech about how like he betrayed him and then he shot him again. And it's like wouldn't we have heard?
Technique track.
Like, wouldn't we have heard about this?
Right,
Like,
the cops would be all over this shit. The cops
Yeah.
are begging to fucking arrest Soulja. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just
right.
like
Just to
a rich
shut him
black
up,
man in Atlanta. They're like, well,
Right.
you gotta take him down,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
they've
it,
been gunning for him.
unless he just like was it a BB gun? Like, because like the amount of times he says he shot him, there's no way he would have survived. Especially because like it's not like Soulja Boy would have called the police, like called the ambulance. He's like, if you
He just murdered him.
yeah, like yeah, he's like yeah.
I don't know
come-
what happened.
Yeah,
Damn. I'm glad that came up because I was gonna try to figure a way to pepper that. It's a
Peppered it right in, right
it's
on
a
top,
legendary. It's a legendary DJ
Crazy.
Vlad clip. I don't know why I know it, but
Sounds
it's
great, crazy.
From waking up and turning his swag on to absolutely.
Well, that's the thing. He was doing like line dancing. You know, essentially like
right.
line
He
dancing.
was creating dances.
Yeah, yeah.
no, he was a novelty act. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
And now he's like,
King of the ringtones.
yeah, really
Dude,
was.
He was killing those ringtones.
He had the glasses with his name.
Did you have a ringtone? What was your favorite ringtone? I'm just curious. I'm asking for a friend.
Yeah. No. I think I had So Fresh, So Clean.
Yeah.
On,
a great one.
on a flip phone.
Yeah.
That was one of my first ones, and then I don't know. I had a bunch of other random ones. I had like the Dexter theme. That shit was lame.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, it
for
was
you.
fucking whack.
I used to love that show though.
It was a good show.
It's a good show.
Big fan.
It was like a good show before I actually knew about good shows. You know what I mean? I was like,
Yeah.
Dexter's the best show ever. Then I watched like Sopranos, Wire. You know what I mean? That's
I love that you just jumped from Dexter to Soprano. Like you were like you didn't even like you didn't watch like
straight to it.
yeah, you didn't watch like Hanging with Mr. Cooper or anything. Like, you didn't like
we did.
like teen show. You just jumped from like
Yeah.
TV rated G to TVMA. Like
Right, quick.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. I just
From Hey Arnold to fucking a serial killer who kills serial killers.
yeah. That's
Love
what I
it.
do.
Good.
that what was I just my ringtone is
Yes.
coincidentally we were talking about it last time I was here. It was Down and Out. That was like I remember I was like this has to be my ringtone. That's like one of my favorite songs ever. And that was like at the peak of like the ringtone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big one for me.
T-Pain was also king of the ringtones.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He
They
was
used to
all
rap.
over
They used
them.
to rap about ringtones too. It's such a like a relic in time.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
being like
There's a lot of rappers that we're talking about because that was like a kind of a
They
something
made
you
so
could
much-
brag
they
about.
probably made
Like,
so
I got,
much money off
I got
ringtones.
You
tons
know
of
it was a,
ringtone money.
Speaking of ringtones, do you remember that Boost Mobile commercial where it
Where
was
you
like
at?
yeah, but it was like Kanye
Yes.
and like Nas or like yeah, it was
Game,
like
I think was
yeah,
on it, maybe.
Ludacris.
It was a great
Yeah,
song.
That was great. That was a great ringtone, especially when a lot of people had Boost Mobiles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the song?
I can't think.
It was
of
called Where You At, I believe. And,
Yes, it was probably
They
a promo.
made it for Boost Mobile.
Yeah, it was a Boost Mobile
Oh,
commercial, and it
Where
was
you at the whole city behind me. or
Yeah.
something
Oh
like that.
yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
yeah, that was I remember that. That was a great time.
Great track.
But we're not pulling it up. So
Yeah, because we're gonna get hit again with another copyright strike.
yeah, we won't. We won't pull it up. But you know what? We will pull up.
Perfect.
I don't have a good transition.
Oh,
for
yeah,
this.
that was
Where am I going?
You know the next
we're gonna
article.
Pull up, we're gonna pull up on Eric Spolstra's ex-wife and say, "Hey, he divorced you before he got paid."
Yes, he got a fat contract like right after his divorce became official, so he wouldn't have to cough up any of the 120 million to her, which is an all-time like bro move. You know
Yeah,
what I
it was
mean?
a
Like
bro code at its
Yeah,
finest, I
yeah.
believe.
absolutely, and I know she's got to be pissed because she's like she also worked for the team. Like that's like she was a Heat dancer, so it's like what did he like? I feel like she's probably like pretty additionally salty because it's like I'm also a part of it. Like I'm as important to this legacy of the legacy of this team as anybody. It's
yeah, I
like-
keep the crowd hyped during TV timeouts.
Yeah, it's-
during a loose, you know what I mean, a jump ball or whatever the fuck.
Who was there longer? Do we know who was there longer?
That's what I'm curious about because if she was.
Definitely Spolstra.
No, I think she was
Hold
the.
on, she was.
I don't know, man.
Let me see. She's 33.
She started when she
former
was
Heat
like.
dancer. She would have had to start young. They don't. You know, they're not gonna. You don't start at 28 as a dancer
No,
for
they
the
start
Heat.
them at the Heat. They
Yeah,
do
so she'd probably be
15 is what they
19.
start hiring at.
No, I
15
think
years
literally I read an article. It was like they started like when he first met her when she was like 18, 19 years old.
old. And she was working for them. So
Yeah.
she's 33 now.
Yep.
Okay,
So how long
so
has Spolstra been there?
he was made head coach in 2008. So he was an assistant. So he must have been in there longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But still, though, you know
Lot
what
of
I
math,
mean.
though. Good job. Thank you.
It was good.
Because I didn't want to do it, yo. You
Yeah.
could see a little bit better than I can, too. So I put my glasses on.
Yeah. No, I mean, if I was her, I'm pissed. I'm feeling disrespected by Pat Riley and the whole Heat organization.
Yeah.
And I'm coming for you, Donis Haslam.
Because he started in the as a video assistant and he worked his way up to head coach.
I think so. Yeah, he was like.
Spolstra did.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's what you guys were talking about the other
Yeah, so
day. I didn't
It's
know
his
that.
It's his 29th season with the team.
Okay, yeah. So he was
He's got
he's
dibs.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because if this is his 29th season, he was probably there from the very beginning, more or less. The Heat came around in the 90s,
Yeah,
right?
they were
29
expansion
years.
team in the 90s, I believe.
So like 95.
Mhm.
So yeah, I get yeah.
He had to grind for this for sure.
I guess
He deserved
it's
it.
fair. Yeah, he deserved it. Yeah, like, she doesn't have a claim because 29 years ago she would have been 4. You know what I mean? So
Right.
which is crazy to think though. It's like he was old enough to be a part of the team.
To work for an NBA franchise.
Yeah, and she was 4.
Learn the ABCs.
Yeah, she was still like just getting out a head start.
It is wild. What are you looking up, brother?
Just there was a tweet.
There was?
Yeah, there was a
Go
tweet.
tweet.
Just a one tweet?
Can you pull that tweet up again? The other tweet? Because I just go to Twitter. Just go to the tweet. Or do you close it already?
Which one?
The tweet that from before.
The Soulja Boy thing?
Yeah, Soulja Boy tweet.
You want more Soulja Boy stuff? Oh, you want to get? I got you.
Fucking pull this
I do think
Soulja
it's
Boy
funny how people were saying like she fumbled the bag as if like
Yeah.
as if she knew as if it's fumbling the bag if he just signed the contract or he was about to sign the contract. She knew he was about to sign the contract and then she like fucked up or whatever.
She fucked her.
Yeah,
she
but it's
divorced
like
him or
no,
something.
yeah, he specifically just probably didn't tell her he was about to sign the contract so he could do this. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, no, she didn't do anything wrong. She just it's just bad luck. It's just like she got screwed.
She's
She
also
didn't fumble.
Yeah, it's also like she's probably gonna get a pretty good like settled like for someone who was a heat dancer, like her the alimony or whatever, it'll probably be pretty great anyway.
Yeah,
like,
for
you know,
sure.
Yeah.
You're gonna get paid. You're gonna get paid in some aspect, and she's hot. She's a heat dancer.
Yeah.
Right, but
you're right.
but you saw what she said to Pat Riley, right?
No,
She tweeted at him and she goes, "Let's die. Let's meet up and die. Let's die ASAP, ASAP."
That was a long walk, but it was worth it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Fuck. Well, I was like, just pull
payoff.
the fucking thing up, please. You know
payoff
what I'm
was
saying?
so
Like,
good.
I tried to find it on here. I couldn't find it.
no, it went.
That was important to me, man. You know, every episode, Sean, I have one thing that's important to me. That was
It was so if you didn't struggle to pull it up, like
Yeah.
it would have been so good. Like if you just remembered the quote. Like
I know, I
'cause it-
How can you not remember?
It's-
Let's
it's
die.
not hard, dude.
Let's die.
It's not
yeah.
hard. It's
One
not
he
line.
says it 3 times.
Right.
Three
right.
words.
Shame on me.
Because
You
it
know
would've-
what?
Nice.
If you this is how it should have gone. This is how it should have gone. You should have been like and like dude, I just saw it.
You wanna do a
guys didn't-
reenactment?
Yeah, it's like this is how it should have gone.
Okay,
We're
all
talking
right.
about
You're me
fucking
right now.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
talking about her or whatever, and it's like
Yeah, Spolstra.
I have a gun for
Spolstra.
some reason,
Yep.
and I'm.
His ex-wife, the divorce.
And then you say, but you guys didn't see what she said to Spolstra, right?
Yeah.
Like to Pat Riley in response.
No, what she
Yeah.
said.
No, I got
No,
the
what did she say?
I got the quote right here. She said, yeah, as soon as she found out about the contract, she said, let's die, let's meet up and die, let's shoot it out and die. DM me the address. Yeah.
Yep.
See, this is good feedback.
It's coaching.
Like you
Yeah.
would have been better off, even if you got the quote wrong, to just do it that way rather than being like take it so long to get it.
Yep.
Pull the tweet up. Could you
Yeah.
pull Twitter up?
I was trying to get it on the
and then
phone. I couldn't find
And
it.
then you kind of foreshadowed like the tweet from before, and it's like, okay, like why is he going back to Soulja Boy? It's like again,
You picked up on it though. You
no,
knew where
it,
I
it-
was
it
going.
worked. It worked in
didn't
the
work.
end.
It didn't work
but
too good.
It was like okay, as an idea, it's an A+. As execution, it was a B, a solid B.
yeah,
because
I'll
yeah,
say B minus. You're
Yeah,
being
it's
kind.
just like
Yeah.
You're a nice guy.
yeah, it could have been that could have been like the moment.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that could have
Could've
been
the
like
pop-
yeah.
Pops is how we get 1
That
million
gets us
followers.
viral. Now
Yeah.
we're viral. We could have. So I just stopped us from being. Can I? Is there any way I can edit that to be better?
We would definitely get viral from talking about a fucking. How old is this story? It's like a 10-day-old story at this point, and this will come out in a week.
No,
I think it's
timely.
gonna come out
It's
in
timely.
2 weeks.
Perfect.
It's gonna come out in a few weeks.
Perfect.
Well,
I love it.
if
Timely enough, dude.
if we only can hope that Blueface responds.
does some other shit.
Yeah, like it's just the story has to stay alive.
It does.
Yep.
And if I have to impersonate Blueface on Instagram and respond to Soulja Boy with an address,
Yeah.
I'll do it.
I'll hit up.
Yeah,
What the fuck is her name? Krishan Rock.
yeah.
Oh, the
It's like Blueface.
Yeah.
They have a tumultuous
hey,
relationship.
Sean. I'm not winking at Sean. Don't impersonate Blueface.
I would never. No,
Yeah.
no. It's
Don't
not
do
worth
that.
it.
That's a bad
It's
idea.
illegal. It's
Yeah.
bad. Yeah.
Yep, you could get in big trouble,
I
and
might delete my Instagram.
You don't want.
Yeah.
We don't want
Yeah.
that.
that would be the ultimate
It
punishment.
came on the Palmer Pod, and oh my god, was
the stand.
my Instagram deleted.
Yeah.
What are we doing with
Cancel
this? Are we doing a little Robbie
So we're gonna talk a little bit
about Stephen Hawking?
in a robot voice. Rest in peace.
I love how you just thrown out trying to do transition to like.
just the worst transitions.
No, yeah. No, it's you're like, you know what? We're just moving on to another topic now. Yeah, it's like we're not even trying to do.
Wait, did we
Yeah,
need to talk,
segues.
say anything else about what was going on? No.
I don't think so.
No, it
It
was
was just
yeah.
a power move from the Heat.
No, that's fucking. It would be devastating though. It's
If
like
you were that person,
Yeah.
if you were his wife,
Yeah.
I do everything in my power
Yeah.
to try to make the relationship work. If you're her, you're like, baby, I'll do whatever.
She
'Cause
didn't
you
know
have
the
to
money was
a-
coming.
You have to know a new. You have to pay attention to the contracts.
The timing.
When's the last time you got a contract? You know what I'm saying? You got to think.
when it's
especially
over,
like yeah,
it's
she's
over.
33. Like it's like you're not gonna be 38 working as the Heat dancer. I don't even know if she's still a dancer at this point. She probably not.
Probably not.
Um,
No, she's
that would be
hanging
weird.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just they kind of sneak a kiss during timeouts,
Right.
whatever. Yeah.
His wife's just dancing.
I wonder how much they.
Like Stacy, get back over here. It's your big move.
You gotta finish your shift. Oh.
yeah. Ooh.
She's supposed to be doing a back handspring right now.
Right.
Dude.
Yeah, man.
No, it is. But the thing is, like, even if she fumbled the bag, quote unquote, she won. She was a Heat dance. The same way he won, he was a video assistant, and now he's like the best coach, one of the best coaches in NBA history, and like, big contract. She won in the same way. She went from fucking Heat dancer to
Wife of.
and like
Eric
again,
Spolstra.
she's gonna get a good.
She's gonna find someone.
She's gonna get paid.
She's gonna get back out there.
Yeah, and even like the divorce settlement is gonna be good money regardless. He was already a million. It's not like he was like, if he just now became the head coach.
Right.
And he was the video assistant the whole time, then it would be a fumble. Like, fuck.
Right.
Like, he's been a head coach for fucking
He's got 2
since
rings.
2008, yeah.
Yeah, you
Two
spend
rings?
time together. You realize you don't want to be together anymore. You probably still got some of the money.
100%.
You still got some of the money. You just didn't get all of
Do
this
they- do
money.
they have
You're
kids?
doing fine.
Yeah, they
Because
have
if you
three-
got, do
three
they have
kids.
kids? Oh, then that's child support, dude. That's
Yeah,
you're getting.
you're
fucking caked up.
fine. You're fine. Guess what? Us normal people.
Also,
You know?
120. You don't need that much money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
that's
I
an
don't need that
exorbitant
much.
amount of money.
All right.
No, if they've already had money because he's had contracts before.
Yeah.
And they're splitting all that up, chopping it up. Just like I would like to chop it up with Stephen Hawking, or I wish I could have chopped it up with Stephen Hawking at some point.
I don't know if I wish I could have.
Yeah, after some of the revelations,
Sicko, dude.
some of the revelations that have come out about him, I don't know if I would have wanted to.
Why you want to chop it up
So
with Steve?
they despunked the thing that you said. It's
I-
been disproved.
Well, that's not. I don't want to live in that world.
You want to live in the
I
world
wanna-
where it's true, where Stephen Hawking would sexualize short people, or what would you call them?
Little people.
Little people, and have them do math equations on a board buck naked,
Difficult math equation.
difficult math equations, and get off to it.
I mean, he's already doing horrible shit.
Allegedly.
You might as well just, get like cartoonish with it.
How did they debunk it though?
That's what right.
It was disproved by Associated Press, which is probably just a cover-up.
You
to be
believe that
honest.
shit? Exactly.
No, because sometimes it's debunked because they're like, oh, when we trace this story back to its origin, it was just some guy just said that, and there's no. But it's like, I wonder where it came from initially. Like, who initially said it?
Some sicko just made that up. As like, because if they did, that's an excellent like.
It is the perfect amount of like, this gotta be bullshit. Like,
Right.
like he gets sexual gratification from people, like little people, like
Struggling with-
struggling to fucking solve an equation.
Uh-oh. Timeout?
We'll hit a timeout.
What's the matter?
So yeah, the files on the SD card on.
It happens.
There was a real issue. And speaking of files, we've been hearing a lot about what's going on with Jeffrey Epstein and some of his known associates in 2024. They started to unleash some names about who was potentially hanging out on old Epstein Island,
Yeah.
a.k.a. Little St. James.
Yeah, Little Saint James, right next to Little Saint Nick Island. That's funny because if you
Right.
think about it. Little Saint James Island, horrible shit's happening. Little Saint Nick Island,
Christmas.
Christmas all the
It's
time, dude.
Christmas
Yeah,
every day.
yeah, it's fucking.
The juxtaposition is crazy.
That's nice, dude.
It's where all the elves go on vacation.
yeah, exactly.
You're like, what's going on over there?
What is that temple doing? Why do they have a temple?
Why do yeah, well, we know
Yeah,
why.
whatever.
We know now. We know why. It's not as jolly,
That's
right?
less
It's
jolly,
not as jolly.
considerably.
It would suck to be on the Epstein like flight logs or whatever, and you were just like chilling,
Right.
like because
Right.
there absolutely are. Like I'm
Has to
Just
be.
sunning,
there's no part of me that doesn't believe there are there are a lot of pedophiles or whatever. For sure, there's pedophiles.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like Epstein was like I remember Chris Tucker was on like and like Chris Tucker was like
That hurts.
but like Epstein was like he was a socialite, right? So it's like
Yeah, right.
he's one of those guys where it's like if you're in Hollywood, you blowing up, and people are like, "Hey, you want to come to?" Like, hell yeah, this fucking guy's just gonna have us on his island. Because, like, I'm sure there are some people for sure who are doing fucked up shit. I'm not even saying like Chris Tucker wasn't doing whatever. I'm just saying there's definitely people who are on that list. Of like, you gotta understand. You know what I mean? It's like,
right. I was with him. He said
We don't know
he
his
said
process.
it would be fine.
We don't know Jeffrey's process. Like, did Jeffrey go, "Hey, come on"? He would just pick people, have them come there, and then he'd be like, "Yo, check this out."
Yeah.
Like, and then people would be like, "Nah, man, I just want to sit by the water."
even
It's
if
beautiful.
even like at a regular party, like you go to a party, right? And it's like You go to a party, everyone's invited, but then there's only a few people who are invited to come do coke with
Right,
me in this
right,
other room. You know what I
right.
mean? Like it's like this. It's a
And
separate.
you don't tell anybody.
Yeah, it's not like, hey, this is a coke party. You know what I mean? It's
right.
like it's a separate thing. It's
Yep.
I'm sure it's the same thing with like shit like that, where it's like, oh no, it's just like everyone's going. Like Bill Clinton's gonna be there.
Right.
Fucking Chris Tucker's gonna be there.
Yeah.
Hot babes of all sorts.
Of all sorts.
Yeah.
All sorts.
And then
Shapes
yeah.
and sizes. But that's not true.
It's like the same thing with like how everybody used to hang out with Trump. Like like I mean obviously Trump always kind of sucked, but it's like at the time he was just like he was the face of being rich. Like,
Yeah.
so it's like, oh yeah, we get to hang out with fucking Donald Trump.
Rappers would shout out Trump in his music all the time. Well, in their music, you know what I mean? Like
yeah, it
before
wasn't
he
like-
was like a fucking like an
Presidential
actual
candidate,
actually
yeah.
changing the world and
Yeah,
shit.
he was just like a run of the mill like piece of shit.
Rich
Not
idiot.
like yeah.
Not the one that we've come to know and love at this point. He was run of the mill. Now he's
Yeah.
top tier.
yeah.
But I do think Stephen Hawking, not to besmirch the guy's name, but I feel like if he was going to the island, it was probably for some shit. Because it's like, what else you got? Like how much fun? How much fun could he be having if without some extra shit going
was
on?
just
He's not
regular
getting a
island.
tan, dude.
Yeah.
He's not get like maybe he is, but like he didn't seem like a guy who enjoys sunbathing.
It's gotta
Yeah,
be so
no,
difficult.
he never had a bronze glow.
No.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah.
If you let's look back. Let's look at the facts. Let's look at the footage.
Let's look at the footage.
Let's look at the pictures.
Like for him to go to an island is so much work. It's like,
Right.
like, why wouldn't you go to just like a closer island? You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that one's well far away from
And
you.
you know what's funny about him being at the
You live in Jersey. Just go to LBI.
at the Epstein Island is that so Little St. James was like ADA certified. Like he had wheelchair ramps.
Oh,
Epstein, kind of
Right.
a good, you know what I mean? He was looking out.
That's what I'm saying. This guy knew how to take care of. Like I mean, he was like the guy you go to. Is like no, like dude, trust me. Like the guy who pitched Epstein to Stephen Hawking's like, dude, he's got fucking wheelchair ramp. Like he's gonna take care of you.
Got you,
Yeah,
dude. It's gonna be great.
like he guys like that really want to be liked, so they're gonna go out of their way. It's like, oh, it's like, how do I get Stephen Hawking here? He's like, well, he's not gonna come. It's a bunch of sand. Let's make ramps. Let's make fucking like he'll just. We have the money. Let's just you just
Flies out
make
for-
whatever decision you need to make in order to like. It's like, oh,
they made a skate park for him, right? All the ramps.
Oh yeah. He was doing vert ramps for sure.
He was out. He was in the bowl the whole time. That's what he was actually doing there. Was
He was shredding the gnar.
practicing McTwists.
yeah. He wanted to somewhere remote that he could practice, so that when he finally debuted, he's like, oh shit! Like, I mean, you don't want to fucking like go like to the barracks or whatever and practice your tricks or whatever, because then like everyone would see it, and it's like it's not gonna be as big a surprise. But if he just came out on X Games, it's like, no, he's been training. It's like when the same way Epstein fucking made the wheelchairs and shit, it like made it ADA certified for Stephen Hawking, is the same way when Michael Jordan did Space Jam and they made the fucking like the bubble.
Yes, where he could like
Yes.
Yeah, so he
like,
could
hoops in
train
there.
and yeah, exactly. They
He'll
did this,
play
it was the
ball.
same thing. It was like, yeah, we're gonna take care of you, man.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes to get you to shoot this movie.
There's foam pits everywhere on Epstein Island.
Yeah.
So if you
Yes.
fall, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
they fall, just, you
You
just
bounce
land.
right
It
back
lands
up.
Nice.
It's like I heard it was trampolines. The ground's made of trampolines.
it was like slam ball.
It was pretty much the
Yeah.
whole island's like slam ball.
That's where slam ball was invented.
One of the best
they-
sports of all time.
it
We're
was like-
talking about extreme
Yeah,
sports.
It was like an accident. Like they weren't trying to invent slam ball. It was just like oh, we could actually like they were just shooting hoops and like, oh, the ground's a trampoline. It's kind of fun.
It's sick, dude.
Yeah.
It
Bill
wasn't
Clinton.
he said it
Bill
wasn't
Clinton
accident.
going.
Yeah, it was like it
between
was
his legs
inadvertent.
twice,
Yeah.
Bill Clinton, Chris Tucker, and Kevin Spacey versus.
Yeah, classic
right.
hoopers. Classic
It was
hoopers.
2-on-2, I think.
It was 2-on-2. Okay, sorry.
On the island, that's how it started 2-on-2.
Yeah.
It didn't become full court until much later.
I'm learning
Yeah.
so much.
Much later in life. So Stephen Hawking, man, his last writing, right, was a prediction that a breed of superhumans will take over having used genetic engineering.
Okay.
Did you know that?
I don't think I did know that.
Of course, that was his because his dream.
He has
is
to believe that.
Yeah, exactly. There's the only way he's able to live, like to go on living, is to believe that one day the genetic manipulation will get to a point where like he won't have to be in a wheelchair anymore. So he's like, yeah, one day there's gonna be superhumans because he needs that.
He needs to just to wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
Right. So he made a solid prediction, but Robin Williams also made a solid prediction as well, because I think Hawking was onto something. I think we're going to see this breed, right? But my man Robin, we should can up for this.
I'll throw 'em on.
So Robin Williams, and I'll turn the volume. Just give me a second. So Robin Williams, this is before, obviously, because this is the late great Robin Williams,
Rest in peace.
and he's talking a little bit about Stephen Hawking. So foreshadowing, I think so.
I think so.
Could be, maybe.
Yeah.
Go ahead, B.
Just to hang out with Stephen Hawking. Oh, wow. Nice day to hang out with me. They say he goes to strip clubs. That's wild.
Yeah.
Laptop dance. Now for me. Now work it, girl. Take me to the event horizon. There we go. Now, what a great idea to have fun now. You know I want it. Now, don't sit on the
He's kind of verging into like
keyboard.
Chinese.
Right.
Like
Delete. I'm sorry. Where did you go with that one?
Well, he didn't. So he didn't really predict anything here. I'm gonna push back a little bit. He just said he went to strip clubs.
So
That's fine to do, as far as I know.
hey, hand to God, I messed up, and I thought there was a prediction in there of him doing something else.
Oh.
well, I mean, I could see why because underneath the video, it's completely misleading. It says
It's one of the
late
most misleading
great-
clips of all time.
But I did watch it too, so I'm an idiot.
well, there's that.
Yeah, right.
that's on the table at all
Right.
times.
That's
No,
always
it's completely misleading.
Yeah, shut up, Zach.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Shut up, Zach.
It's It says the late great Robin Williams knew Stephen Hawking was a freak and a sexual deviant who participated in orgies with underage girls. He never said any of that. He didn't.
No.
He said none of that.
He said he goes to the strip club
Right.
yeah,
He didn't
like-
say the ages of the girls, but they were underage.
for sure.
At
I mean,
the strip clubs too. No, I don't know, man.
Oh, you said he
Now-
was going to underage King of Diamonds.
What's King of Diamonds? Spence?
The strip club.
Which one?
It's in it's like
The
a famous
strip
one in
club.
Atlanta.
Okay. All right.
The K-
I only know about Club Cheetah.
Where's
The
that?
Club Amnesia.
Yeah.
Oh
You know
shit.
what I'm saying? Like,
Bubbling in
God
Dublin.
damn.
I'm bubbling in Dublin.
Yeah.
That's just what I'm
I
doing.
don't know.
Can't deny me.
No. Why would you want to?
No, what I so my
I
my
can't hit those.
my ex girlfriend. I went to go visit her family in Atlanta, and I was like, babe.
Did you go there?
I asked. She didn't live anywhere near. Like she lived in a
Okay,
part of
alright,
Atlanta that was
alright.
nowhere near King of Diamonds. And I was like, yo, could we?
I
just
didn't
wanted
even
to
know
take a
about
picture in
this.
front of it. I thought it'd be funny.
Does Ludacris talk about it?
A lot of people do.
It was a big, it's a big
Right?
deal. Yeah.
It's a big deal. All right.
No, but it's one of those things. That's how shit starts, though.
Right.
Right.
It's like
Bad.
because you either you don't watch the clip and you just start running with that story, or you watch it but you've already primed your. It's like sometimes like rap producers will sample a song, but they sample like a clip where it makes it sound like they're saying something but they're not.
Yes.
To repurpose it, like you know that song by Prodigy, "Hold You Down."
Yeah.
But like the
That was the Alchemist beat.
yeah, but
right?
the Alchemist beat, the song that he sampled, it says "Hold You There." But like if you manipulate and then you name the song "Hold You Down," yeah, it makes it sound. So it's like you don't. It's just, that's the exact thing that just happened here. It's like
Yeah,
you just,
right,
now you're
right.
hearing him say orgy with underage girls, even though he never said that.
He said
Right.
strip club.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. No. So all right. So it's fair. What happened to me?
yeah, I'm
just
I'm
explained
throwing
it.
you some bail here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
thank you.
But
But that's
regardless,
a great analogy too.
yeah, that was on point.
That's
That was
just
like
a really good
I pulled
analogy.
it out of nowhere.
that was
too.
that was up top.
yeah.
That was
No,
incredible.
that's solid. That's
Yeah.
top tier. And to defend me, my
Yeah, I-
hero.
Yeah.
Come on,
Right?
I'm a guest. I'm a
That's-
guest on the
that's
pod. I had to.
No, I appreciate
Well,
that.
regardless of what Robin Williams said in this sketch.
What are you
What?
riding? What are you riding on
What
the
the
back?
fuck?
Grabbing on the back of a car on a skateboard and
had to
skitching
stop
around?
the
Another
podcast
thing that was
for
very
minutes.
cool in the '80s, and it's just
Sketching on
yeah,
the
like
back.
just that shit rules.
But
Yeah, that is cool.
regardless of what he says in this clip, like I believe that Stephen Hawking is freaking a sexual
Yeah.
deviant.
Well, he was. He was cheating on his wife while he was while he was in that chair.
Honestly, like
That's top. That's insane behavior.
that's a true pussy at a number one all time.
No, he was really about this shit. You know what I mean? Like he was dedicated to that on a level that the
Yeah.
same way how we were saying like I wouldn't have the dedication to break out of prison because it's just too much. Like yeah, like
Right,
dude,
right.
Just for him, like it's like yes, cheating on your wife is bad. You know you shouldn't do it or whatever. At the same time though, pretty impressive for him to be able to like the level of like effort it just takes for him to even communicate words with the little machine
The
thing
mouth thing. He's like
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
mouth thing.
is so much that
Yeah.
like to then have great game
Yes.
with women and then also like successfully have like where do you find the time like where do any of us find the time let alone the world's foremost physicist
Right.
who's probably got a ton of speaking engagements,
Yep.
and he's in a wheelchair. So it's like, how you can't easily get around.
He
Like,
talks like a robot.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like how you picking up women?
like
It's
there are
his brain,
robot.
dude. His
there
brain.
are groupies for everything, but it is funny like how much of like a science groupie you would be, where it's like, I have to fuck Stephen Hawking. You know what I mean?
must. I simply
Yeah.
must.
Yeah.
Like Albert Einstein or whatever, sure, but like Stephen Hawking, where it's like,
Sure.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. He was a good-looking guy.
Right.
yeah, dude, he got a great mustache.
The hair.
Right.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Right.
No, it's like Olympic level cheating.
Yeah. Well,
Like that's like the gold medal.
he did get he's like Michael Phelps of this.
Just medals.
And you heard about at the end, right, where he was getting the divorce from his wife, and it was he divorced her, and then he talked to Pat Riley,
I fucking knew.
and then he got that deal.
I
He
fucking
got
knew
that
it.
Yeah.
deal, $120 million.
He got a new science
for the
contract.
Theory of relativity.
Yeah.
Is it theory of relativity? It's a theory of everything. Is the movie? What was his jam?
Theory of I thought
Theory of
Theory
Relativity is Einstein. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cut it. Cut
We're
the
gonna-
whole thing.
No, we're keeping
Cut
your
the whole
you're
bit,
keeping
bro.
your fucking joke
the
in
whole
there.
bit.
That was how you do it, though.
Yeah,
I was
see,
like,
I was
yeah.
learned from Sean earlier. Sean's
know. That
here.
was
He's
impressive.
a teacher, bro. He's my new mentor.
Yeah, and then
he
Stephen
doesn't know
Hawking.
it yet,
That was impressive.
but he's
Yeah.
here.
And
That was,
Stephen,
that was as impressive as Stephen Hawking cheating on his wife.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure she had to be like, how could she not just be like, oh, you wily dog? Yeah, it's like,
Right.
how did you even? Yeah, I mean, like, she had to be
How'd you
impressed.
even
Yeah,
do
like, dude, you
Right.
fucking right under my nose.
trying to dap him up.
Yeah,
Right,
Can't.
right. Yeah,
Um,
she can't even dap him up for it.
Yeah, no. And also, I heard that like his wife, when she found out about this, she tweeted at him and said, "Let's meet up. Let's
Let's
die.
meet up and die.
Let's die. Let's meet
Yeah.
up and die
Yeah.
ASAP. Let's
It was
die
like
tonight."
a pact. It was like a pact.
Yeah, yeah. That's
they
so
had
crazy.
together. So it was like a Romeo and Juliet situation.
Star-crossed lovers.
Star-crossed lovers. And speaking of,
That's actually, that's crazy. I fucked up.
No, it's
here.
all right,
But
it's all right. I was
look,
gonna-
you said his wife. I thought that was the text that he sent. Like, not. I didn't think his wife sent it. I thought
yeah.
he sent that text to Epstein when he found out what was going, or like what was going on the island. He's
said
like,
because he didn't
"No."
know.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't know you were doing this shit. Like, yeah, let's die. Let's meet up and die.
Let's meet him and die ASAP tonight. I think
Or
that's true.
or maybe he sent it to Robin Williams, where he's like, that is you fucking
I
you're
hear you.
besmirching my name. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like, I heard what you said about me.
Yeah.
were
Let's
they both
die.
alive at that
Let's
time?
meet
I
up and
wonder?
die.
Yeah,
They had to
Stephen-
be.
Stephen
Yeah.
Hawking
Stephen
died
Hawking died after
Robin
Robin
Williams.
Williams. Yeah,
True.
Stephen Hawking died this morning.
You guys are like timeline guys. You're good timeline guys.
I keep up to
Yes.
date on
Yes.
dates and
I forget a lot of stuff.
It's
I
fine.
forget a lot of
facts
stuff.
and
dude.
figures.
Yeah, it's all good. I forget a lot of shit too. I said skitch.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, you
though, 'cause
did.
That
I
reminded
fuck
me
up a
of
lot.
Tony Hawk's video
No
game
sketching
that I
rules,
love.
dude.
Yeah.
Speaking of guys who,
Speaking of video games,
speaking of video games, I got many to play.
that's Adele.
That's
song.
Adele. That's
That
Adele
one I
lyric.
know.
Real quick before we
yeah.
jump into that, because we're gonna end the episode. Howard the Duck, still watching it. February 12th is when we'll be dropping that episode. So if you'd like to watch along and listen to our take on it, feel free to do so. I gotta stop doing this with my hands. I think you told me to stop doing that. I'm doing my best. Real quick, DOC. So Department of Corrections. We're way behind on the Epstein stuff. Hand up, that's on me. We got it in today a little bit. We talked about our favorite guy, Stephen Hawking. Also, I have Caroline from Caroline in the City, Leah Thompson. She was in that show. That's the actress that's in Howard the Duck. Nobody believed me.
Great.
I need to make. It's
Oh,
important.
yeah, Leah Thompson, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's important that I bring this up.
You got him.
And I believe, and that was it. It says ZP has 2. Well, guess what?
ZB has one.
I only have 1, and no one else can see that, so I didn't even need to say it out loud. But sometimes I do.
Honesty is key.
Subscribe, like. What else can you do? Share it with your friends.
No.
You can file for divorce.
You can file for a
right
divorce.
before a big
$120 million
contract is
contract.
signed.
That's smart. We've given you a lot of tips here.
You can meet up and die.
You can tweet.
Right.
You can tweet at Blueface.
Yeah, you can build tunnels underneath synagogue.
You can
Yeah,
have, you
there's
can have an
tons of stuff
island.
You can do. Yeah.
You can have an island.
Yeah.
These are all attainable things for most people. So you're welcome. And if you think this advice was good, smash that subscribe button with your little mouse there, or mice. I don't know if you might use two different mice at
I
once.
don't know why you would.
Yeah.
You wouldn't need to at all. And we're gonna end the episode on that note.
Bye. Thank you.
I gotta cut that in somehow.
Yeah.